Oh, uh, it's time for a show because copyright infringement. It's me, Tookie Kavanaugh, your friendly neighborhood juice demon, because this is off brand. Happy Halloween. Halloween Eve. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Rehash. So glad you're here. So glad you're joining us. I've got my co host, David, with me. David! David!
Yeah, what? Yeah, hey.
Hi.
How are you?
How's it going?
Good. I like your costume.
Thank you. I'm very much in the spirit.
You
Very
are.
much summoning, 1980s beverage goblin.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm dressed like 80-year-old me.
Nice.
Which is how old I feel after this week's bad film of the week.
Oh, ooh. I can't wait till we discuss that.
Yes.
Wait, where's your glass of Ovaltine?
Does a Monster energy drink at 10:30 count?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, speaking of Monster energy drink, man, I hope some of our viewers have seen this house in Louisville, Kentucky. If you haven't, 8800 Blue Lick Road.
Blue Lick?
Blue Lick Road on redfin.com. Have fun in that house.
Yeah, look it up, everybody.
That is your haunted house for this Halloween season. So, friends and lovers of the show, up top, we've got some story time. For those of you who don't know, David and I are both stand-up comics. We've known each other for years. We've toured around together and done a lot of shows. And we go way back, but we don't know every story about each other. So, David, I think this is your week to tell a story.
Yeah, there are some depths to each other's history that we have yet to plunge. That's the creepiest way I could have put that. But I got a quick one here, but it might be a lasting one. But when I was probably about 8 or 9. I remember we were still living in Alaska, but we flew all the way to New York to see some family for Christmas. And we went into the city, and my dad's one of those people where he's like, oh yeah, like I know this really cool little place. And then we go to Central Park, like, because he grew up outside the city, but like, I don't know how often he went into it, but he likes to act like he knows if a ghost drives down your rent by a couple hundred, why not?
No, it's not just there's a fun fact about that house. There's a loaf of cat that you can find.
Okay.
But continue.
I was gonna Google it, but now I'm not.
Do it.
But we walked by, we were in Central Park, and we saw Nathan Lane and Joe Pesci filming something, and my mom, she told me to go over there because she's like, you're a kid, they'll give you an autograph. And I walked up and I went up to Nathan Lane because I didn't know who these guys were, and I was like, can I have your autograph? And he was like, yeah, sure. So he gave it to me. And then I said, because I was nervous, and I was like, I need to say something to this famous person. And I was like, I really loved you in Home Alone. And then I walked back and I told my mom, I was like, yeah, he's from Home Alone, right? It's like, no, it's the other guy. And I feel like it was just a huge diss to Nathan Lane, which is something I'm worried about.
Ouch. Ouch.
Because Nathan Lane, he had, I feel like in certain circles, Nathan Lane's a big deal.
He was the voice of Timon.
Yes, he was.
From, Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King?
What other Timon is there?
There isn't.
Exactly. That's a good name, though.
On his name.
But I really hope, because I don't know. I think because I was a kid, I got away with it. But if I was like a teenager or something older, he'd be like, fuck that kid.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think, if I've had any celebrity encounters. I don't know if this counts as a celebrity encounter, but I matched with Space Ghost on Tinder.
The Space Ghost?
The Space Ghost. And Zorak.
Wow.
No.
Did you meet up?
No, we never. Okay. It never really went past the DMs.
Sure. I tried to make a Tinder profile of Stone Cold Steve Austin, but it was reported.
Oh, well.
So, I mean, which is totally fair.
No Brack Love, Burf Wellington. We did not match. Motherfucker swiped left on me, and I'm still salty about it.
Do you think Space Ghost would have ever shown up to the date?
He might have. He might have interrogated me, to be honest. Now that I think
Probably.
about it, yeah.
That was setting up he would have space ghosted you.
I don't do that. If someone,
You
no,
you cut
David,
out
no,
you cut out for a second there, but I'm just assuming you're mad at me.
a little.
Okay. That's understandable. That's fine.
um, so right from story time, let's get into our bad film of the week this week. The BFOTW, the hashtag BFOTW. You love it, David. You love it. You love it. You love it.
This was the one I was dreading the most. There's a certain sense of excitement I had, not excitement, but like, how do I just you almost get a little excited to hate watch something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was fully on board for that with Loquisha, because I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna love being pissed.
Yeah.
Homie Spumoni, it was the first bad film of the week, so I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Leprechaun in the Hood was very much like, this is a part of my life now.
Yeah. It's hilarious. And it's trying to be bad, because the movie that preceded it, Leprechaun 4, was Leprechaun in space, right? So
Okay.
The film is trying to be bad. But it just isn't bad enough. It's so funny, but it's not as gory.
Yeah, I'm because I'm not a horror or a gore person at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I was worried, and like the genre of movie I'm most terrified of is like violent for violence sake.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really worried that was the case. Also, I love it. It's like, before we go to the hood, we're going to space.
Yes.
That's
space is
dead.
less. Listen, zero gravity and no oxygen is less dangerous than the hood.
Right. In the hood, no one can hear you scream.
Exactly. Not enough do-rags in that movie for my liking, anyway, for an early 2000s film about Black people. I don't know.
It had real, like, very, I mean, yeah, it reminded me of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I will say that. Sort of that vibe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you feel about Ice-T's acting as Mac Daddy own asses, because he owns asses? I thought he brought a lot of gravitas to the role.
Gravitas, that's a word for it. He was so comfortable with there being a leprechaun. He got over that real fucking quick.
Yeah.
Because how did it started out with him and this other guy. The other actor I can best describe as like, I imagine the white director was giving this guy notes and was like, be more black.
Yes.
Like, so it starts out and they're hammering through brick walls for no reason. Like, where are they going? They look like they're hammering through like the subway, and there's never any context.
Nope. I mean, here's the thing, though. I appreciated the subtle touch of them drinking a Colt 54.
Yeah. Yep. And there was like a half-eaten hamburger, and the guy was like, "It's probably still good." I was like,
"Yes, yes." I mean, but you can't speak on this, David. I'm sorry.
Sure.
But like, I don't know. There's almost nothing blacker than getting killed by your own Afro pick. Like, what a okay. So overall, I think Leprechaun in the Hood is it serves as an allegory for the horrors of gentrification. No,
like how, you know what? Based off of how it ends, I actually completely agree with that. I completely agree with that.
David, you're learning.
I still can't comment on half of this show, but I am learning.
You're I'm trying to help you be a better ally, okay?
Thank you. I'm a true example to white people everywhere.
Thank you for your service. Here's another fun fact about the film. So the guy who plays the actual leprechaun, Warwick Davis,
great.
His prior roles were his prior role to this film, major role, was being one of the Ewoks in Star Wars. Dude was an Ewok. And for this particular iteration of Leprechaun, Warwick Davis was nominated for the the Video Business Video Premiere Award for Best Actor in a Direct-to-Video release.
There are too many awards. That was that invented by the production company to be like, this was an award-nominated film?
I don't ask those questions. I'm just glad they gave him his flowers while he's still here.
I mean, Warwick Davis, he was having a lot of fun. You know that. And
he was enjoying it.
He was video for most premiered. I mean, I will. The makeup job on Warwick Davis was pretty impressive.
Did his own stunts too, because I mean, they beat him up a lot in that film.
He was not on fire though.
You don't think that was him on fire?
Absolutely not. That was so clearly like a pile of wood that they put a leprechaun head on and then spun on like the thing you share appetizers on at Thanksgiving. Like he had to have. That was I think the first time where I think the gentrification really shows up is him and Ice-T are smoking a joint in the bathroom, and then it takes the Irish guy, the most Irish guy possible, to tell Ice-T, no, this isn't good weed.
You want to know another horror story of gentrification?
Yeah. Please.
I have a lot of friends who lived in Jamaica Plain when it was, Jamaica Plain and not, ground zero of Whole Foods. Anyway, I was on my way back heading home from a show, and I passed by a place that back in the day, my friends would tell me was a trap house. It was a crack, like you cook drugs there, and it is now a cat hospital, like a hospital specifically for cats.
Really?
Yes. The horrors of gentrification, David.
They're getting rid of all of our good crack houses.
Yeah.
And they're saving cats.
I mean, where else is a local supposed to go for artisanal crack? And now it's a cat hospital.
And all those cats are getting denied because they have pre-existing conditions.
Exactly. Disgusting. But back to the film. Back to the film. The protagonist, Postmaster P, because I'm sure you're aware that there is a rapper called Master P. Percy Miller. Shout out to the GOAT. Postmaster P and his positive message. Thoughts?
It felt like rap for me. as a fucking white goon, like up there, you respect your ladies. And the funniest part about that was the feedback he was getting, and Ice-T was literally like, no, we're all about gangster shit and smack your bitch and stuff like that.
He wasn't Ice-T. Okay, Ice-T plays Ice-T in every role, like even on SVU, but in this particular film, it's not like he was Finn Tutula. He is Mac Daddy on asses.
Postmaster P, his friend Stray Bullet, which I don't take that as a bullet firing a gun and going off angle. I take that as a forlorn bullet that has yet to find a gun to call its own.
Wayward ammunition.
Yeah, right. That's sweet. That's sweet little
tragic.
bullet.
That's really tragic. And his friend Butch, portrayed by Red Grant, who was a staple on BET's Comic View. He's a stand-up.
Oh, he is.
He is. And I will say personally, you are not allowed to comment on this, David, but I will say Ice-T is making life difficult for us light-skinned Black people. It's hard out here for us when we got Ice-T and Drake just fucking it up.
Is Ice-T actively regressive?
A little bit.
Really?
Only a little bit
Uh,
in terms of his role choices.
you mean like Mac Daddy and Leprechaun in the Hood?
Yes. But in real life, I low key fucks with dude because his Twitter is great. He just threatens violence on people, and I'm like, I'm here for this because it's always justified.
Sure. Have you seen the SVU clip where he says that means you're gay?
We'll talk.
I respect Rice T heavily for that line of dialogue, but he
We'll talk.
we will with HR and
HR is on vacation this week.
Oh no.
Our producer and HR are on vacation this week, so we have when the camp's away, we have a little bit of free reign.
Yep.
We might be running amok. It's time.
Oh, something I know I have to talk. Remember how with Theodore Rex, my biggest thing was like weird, unnecessary voice additions.
Yes.
Leprechaun has that too.
Yes.
There's so much like. I mean, it makes sense with Warwick Davis because, like, with the Leprechaun, because he has to be like hee hoo hoo, like Conan O'Brien doing a bit, but like everybody else too. There's so much like unnecessary. It's like they have dead air and like it's like they paid for the soundtrack and then 40% of the check bounced and they're like, oh, we can only use so much, so to fill the gap, you guys just need to be like, hey. Like just so many weird noises.
Yeah, they made a lot of editing choices. How do you feel about the fact that the Leprechaun only speaks in rhymes? Whitewashing or appropriate?
That it wouldn't be whitewashing if he wasn't blatantly in the hood.
Okay, fair.
Because, and again, you saying that, I can't get it out of my mind. Some Irish dude shows up and he starts fucking with this entire community, and he appropriates their weed and tells us that it's bad.
Oh, go ahead. Finish.
The entire movie is about an aspiring rapper who now the villain has to. I mean, he has superior rhyming skills. The entire movie, and it's really. He appropriates culture the entire movie, and there needed to be some reverse against that with Irishness.
So, okay, now that you've pointed out that this film revolves around a central white character entering black spaces, is this movie for you more akin to 8 Mile or Ryan Gosling in La La Land teaching black people about jazz?
I'm gonna say 8 Mile because this movie is more like a Sam Ike bit than it is something else.
That is inside baseball for Boston comedy, and we love it.
Yes, it is. I'm really not cool with the zombie minions he has either.
Oh, well, the zombie fly girls?
Yes. Very much just. And also, what the fuck is the point? His powers vary so much in this movie.
Yeah.
He has telekinesis and can stop like an imposing man from hitting him with a mic stand, but then two guys close a door and he's like, and he does this whole thing. He like draws like a glyph on the door just for him then to just try and punch it open.
Yeah, it's great. You know who my favorite character in this film is, though?
Butch?
No, the blind grandma. Love her.
Yeah.
Love her.
I made soup for you just with plenty of hot sauce like you like it.
So thoughtful, supportive of her grandson. The kindness of it. It was a fever dream, but she fed the leprechaun.
She did. She kept trying to, at least.
Yeah.
She is very sweet, but she did have to She had to keep telling Butch he was a virgin. That was a recurring bit.
Yes. Yes, Greg, the next Leprechaun film should absolutely take place at 8800 Blue Lick Road. If you haven't already, please Google that address.
With the way that these Leprechaun movies seem to be going, I would think the next one would be in like the Barrio or something.
Well, gosh darn.
Like, what other culture can this Leprechaun appropriate?
You know, I don't know. Leprechaun at Coachella. I guess that's.
Yeah, Leprechaun at Beverly Hills. Have them do that.
Yeah.
This is a really
what
good.
else is left?
This is really good. What's like a typical white person drug? Ecstasy.
Y'all do that? I thought it was meth.
Well, yeah, meth's a pretty white person drug.
Yeah.
I just drank a lot. I never did drugs. I'm not an expert on that. But,
Molly. Ooh, the Molly.
Molly. Yeah, that's like a high school kid thing.
Okay, fair. Speed, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are white people drugs? Please tell me in the chat.
Tell us.
I would like to infiltrate your community via the drug trade. This is reverse racism.
Rehash is really heightened in our later episodes.
We've gone off the rails this season because HR is not in the building.
Great. They've left. They're done.
So yes. What on okay. So how would you rate this film, so to speak, right? Like, you know, is it on the lower end of the bad movies? Like, is it bad but not bad enough? Or is it, you know, bad like rent hikes during a pandemic?
I think the scale I have to go here, I think the best scale I can do is how much white guilt I feel afterwards. And this one might be at the top because I feel like after watching Leprechaun in the Hood, I need to make a donation to the African American College Fund or something.
Oh, thank you for like sanitizing it. I'll say it on your behalf. If you all would like to Google, just like I suggested you do after watching Loquisha, please send a donation to the United Negro College Fund because a mind is a terrible thing to waste on any of these films.
I will have to double that donation now.
David, it was between this and Boo! A Medea Halloween. Aren't you glad?
I don't have enough money to donate after watching Boo! A Medea Halloween.
Aren't you glad I'm a good friend?
Yeah, you're really great.
Yeah. Well, Bad Hair is on my watch list. It's an intention where Leprechaun knows it's bad, but it also doesn't know how bad of a bad movie it is. Bad Hair knows what it's doing because it is actively trying to like pursue that. It's actively portraying all these tropes, and I'm still gonna watch it and probably enjoy it.
When I saw that poll and Bad Hair was on there, I was like, for the love of God, please vote for Bad Hair.
Yes, that is a good point, Adi. Bad Hair had black writers, whereas Leprechaun in the Hood did not.
I did look it up. The director is Rob Spera.
Good for Rob.
Who is he looks like he plays drums for the Shins.
Oh, that's an image.
He's a very white person.
That's an image. Well, that should tell you all you need to know about that film. It's hilarious. It's just more funny to me than scary.
Right.
But a good bad Halloween romp.
Yeah. As somebody who is very, very averse to horror movies, and again, I was not scared. I was either feeling guilt or I was angry.
I'm glad. So, so I'm glad you lived. Yeah. And viewers, the trailer will be coming up at the end of the show, but can you guess our bad film of the week, our BFOTW?
BFOTW.
For next week. It's a doozy. It's a good one. We are going to be watching Bebe's Kids. So stay tuned for that trailer later on in the show. Up next, we've got a little bit of music from our house band. So stick around for that. And then afterwards, our esteemed guest is here. I'm so excited to have him on. You don't even know. But yeah. And now give it up for our house band here at the Rehash, Lovers Lounge, everybody.
Lovers Lounge.
Oh, do we not have sound?
Doesn't you and I got sound? Did you? I'm not sure if I've heard this one. I would try and sing along.
Uh-oh. Let's try that again from the beginning.
Oh yeah, Lovers Lounge. They are professionals. Lovers Lounge can they can start right over.
Yeah, let's start.
Do we not have sound?
No.
Nope.
Sorry about that, everybody.
That's all right. Tim, everybody.
Tim the Tool Man. They call him the Tool Man because he fixes sound.
It's true.
There we go.
There we go. Uh-oh.
Likes to cut out, doesn't it? See, Toki, this is what we call, this is the part in the making of Leprechaun in the Hood where we just have to start making sound effects.
I guess so. Oh my gosh. Lovers Lounge, the band leader is gonna strangle me.
You handle all the communications with them.
Yeah,
so
I booked this act.
You did.
Damn it.
I mean, they canceled their European tour and everything. I mean, look at that. They're determined to go on, though. They're finishing it. Playing the sax. It still finished it though without sound. I mean, props to Lovers Lounge, really.
The band leader is gonna fucking kill me.
You are not in for a great meeting.
Oh God.
When they find out at the end what happened.
I'm in trouble.
You are in trouble.
Help.
I try and help, but I might have to go to sleep for about 6 days. I'm in hibernation. I only wake up to watch these bad movies and then do the rehash with you. So.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. So like we blew the majority of our 2 MB budget on the house band.
Yeah, that's not great.
Oh God. He's don't tell him. Thanks.
Okay. Well, don't worry. No worries.
That's all right. It happens. Anywho, it's spooky. It's Halloween.
Yeah, I think it was a ghost. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The ghost of music, everyone.
Mm.
That aside, I'm very excited to bring on our very special guest, one of the best stand-up comics in the nation, in my humble opinion.
Mm-hmm.
A dear friend of mine, super funny. You can catch him in these online streets, and once it's safe to like do shows again, he's definitely going to be rocking stages. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to the one and only Lamont Price.
Bang bang!
Oh damn!
That's how you come. That's how I enter the scene, baby.
He got it. He got the email. That's what you do.
My God! How are you?
I'm chilling, yo. I'm chilling. I've been sitting back in the green room, enjoying the show. It's been pretty funny.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us here. Real quick, your thoughts on Leprechaun in the Hood?
I was taking in some of the conversation. And one thing I think is underrated is how Ice-T revolutionized show business. Like Ice-T came up in a hyper masculine era of hip hop, and I'm not saying that it's changed a lot. I mean, it's kind of there's been, you know what I mean. There's been some leniency on that, but in the late '80s, mid to late '80s, early '90s, Ice-T came up in this. Yo, you can't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't even smile at me, motherfucker. Like you can't even smile at each other. Like that is when he came up, and then he started a heavy metal band. Right now,
I remember that.
Say what you want, man, but just Ice-T hang with a bunch of thugs and shit, just chilling, and then suddenly going, yo, man, I got bounce. We go, T. I got band practice. There's some. I got band practice, and then he said he makes a song called Cop Killer, right? Mm-hmm. And then says, I'm gonna play a cop for the next 20 years. And I dare you to say anything about it. And no one said a fucking thing. Ice-T is revolutionary, and he does not get enough credit for being the revolutionary that he is.
That is bold. It is. He's really been a cop for 20 years.
Yeah.
He's played a cop in, New Jack City, obviously Law and Order. Like, there's other roles where he play cops. Like, but obviously Law and Order is the consistent one, right? He's been on that show for like 20 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, Ice-T came up in an era where who are all these skinny jean wearing rappers? They would not survive in that era.
But what rapper gets to tell his boys in '92 and where he's from, I'm going to band practice? That doesn't sound going to band practice.
You can't sound cool when you say that.
You can't. It's a hard thing. Hey guys, I got band practice. I'll see you.
I just imagine him getting on a bicycle after he says that and like ring as he goes away.
Which
oh man.
Train wheels.
So Lamont, how does this film rate for you?
It's what it is. Like, it depends on what you're looking for, right? Like, I heard you mention that it was more fun. It was more of a comedy for you than it was a horror movie. And I mean, I think a lot of these movies are, especially the further down you go in the sequel. Like once the killer that you're supposed to be afraid of becomes the hero, where you're like, I can't wait for him to kill everybody, then it's not scary anymore, because what's to be fearful of? The killer's on your side. That's who you want to win. So I feel like as a comedy, I mean, it's, it is what it is. It's 5, maybe like, and I mean comedy in the scale of shitty horror comedy, right? So it's like a 5. It does what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and David, you said that, he wasn't doing his own stunts and he wasn't on fire. That was actually Gary Coleman.
No.
Yep, he showed up on set because he was supposed to be in that movie. And they said, well,
wait.
I got something for you to do.
All right. Well, I mean, he needed the check. I'm not mad.
And did I miss it, or did you guys forget when you were going down Warwick Davis's IMDb? Willow. Did you guys mention Willow? Did I miss that?
No, we did not mention that.
Willow. I mean, he's Willow.
Damn.
Yeah. He's the one. I think it came out in the 88, 89, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the main guy.
I do like the idea. I do like the idea of Gary Coleman showing up and being like, God damn it, Warwick. Keep taking roles.
They put a call out for all black actors.
Yeah.
I like to call, like, Leprechaun in the Hood is what I like to call black actors struggling and needing to work. So fuck it. Let me please be in something.
This is a help me make rent kind of movie.
Yeah. We're talking about a bunch of people who were probably trained classically, who Hollywood said, nah, I see you as, black dude number 3. So they have to, they practice for years. I am the heir to the throne. And then their first big acting gig is, yo, what up, Sean? I heard there was a leprechaun in the hood, nigga.
I mean, but come on now. Dude who played Postmaster P, can't you tell the man is a thespian? He's trained in Shakespeare. He delivered those lines in iambic pentameter. Listen for it.
Yo, these are some good actors. Hollywood doesn't give us where are the black Richard Kinds? Where are the black Fred Willards? They're there. They just don't get the work. They just don't get the work. They get like some
right. Who is my black Daniel Day-Lewis? I need that. My right foot.
You're either listen, I don't want to get political, man, but white people only, no offense, David, but white people only see us as if we're up here or if we're down here. If we're parallel, there's nothing. I'm looking straight ahead. Oh, the greatness of a Bagger Vance. We're either Bagger Vance or we are some shrubbery. There's a lot of like actors in black who should be. I know that dude. He's in everything. Where are black actors who kill sitcoms? Where the Ted McGinley's at? We don't have enough Ted McGinleys. We need more prominence with these types.
Right.
We need more.
Rest in peace to James Avery.
Rest in peace to James Avery. You know what I'm saying? How come Reginald Vale Johnson never got another shot?
You know what? Because I think he played a police officer. It's just different. It just hits different.
No. Well, now. But back when we were kids, we was like, oh. But if you really think about Family Matters, if we're keeping it 100, I'll go. I mean, Carl wasn't the greatest father in the world. I mean, the way he treated Laura was awful.
The way he let her get stalked.
The dude was next, and not only did he not arrest the stalker, who would never, and he even tried to kiss her when she was sleeping in an episode. Mm-hmm. Not only did he not attempt to arrest his stalker, he befriended this motherfucker and did like all kinds of schemes with him. Let's hang out, Steve.
David, are you gonna be okay?
I just he tried to kiss her while she was sleeping, and he's like, "This is a guy I got to collaborate with."
Yeah.
He tried to kiss Laura.
See, here's the thing, though. Family Matters is an allegory for so much that's going on in the Black community, because I think Waldo Faldo is exemplary of the fact that mental health is still stigmatized in the Black community. Someone get that man some help.
Waldo Geraldo Faldo definitely needs to be talked to. He needs some assistance. And I am a Waldo Geraldo Faldo stan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least you got to date Maxine.
True. True. Yes, love for Waldo. Lamont, it's time to get into some games.
All right, what are we playing?
All right, it's called What's Your Deal? We're going to deal you out. We've got 7 questions on the docket tonight. So you're just going to name at random any number 1 through 7.
All right. Oh, just now? Okay.
Yep.
7. I said 8. I'm so stupid. 7.
Number 7. David, you want me to take this one?
That is all you.
Okay. Lamont, you are going to tell me if the thing I name is a cat from the musical Cats, a demon, or an item from the Cheesecake Factory menu.
Okay, a cat from Cats, a demon, or an item from Cheesecake Factory. Okay.
And you cannot, just rapid fire, you cannot Google. Ready?
Yep, I got no in there computer.
All right. Damballa, cat from Cats, demon, or Cheesecake Factory?
Cat from Cats.
It's a demon.
Damn it. And as soon as I said cat, demon.
Yep. It's a damn demon. All right. Grisabella.
All right. Definitely a cat from Cats.
That is a cat from Cats. Okay. Beelzebub.
Oh, it's a demon.
That's a demon. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Skimbleshanks.
Can I get an order of Skimbleshanks, please? Does that come fries? I'll go with Cheesecake Factory.
That is a cat from Cats.
That is so weird.
It's a cat from Cats.
Skimbleshanks, the railway.
It's a cat from Cats.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. Oh, you're frozen a little.
I
We
think-
got you. Can we see you? There you are. All right. There's my man. Okay.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Asparagus.
It's better be from Cheesecake Factory.
It's a cat from Cats.
It's not from Cheesecake. You know what? You know what? Before you go, when I said it, I was like, "Who's ordering asparagus at the Cheesecake Factory?" So
Right.
like, what? That wouldn't make sense. But it's just I could not say it because it's food. I'm doing poorly. At the
looking
game.
through
Gus
looking
the
through that
theater
40-page menu and settling on asparagus.
Yeah, right. I'll have the. I'll have your finest asparagus, please.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. Griddle bone.
All right, because it has to be soon. Asparagus. I mean asparagus because it has to be soon. Cheesecake Factory.
It's a cat from Cats.
I'm sick of this cats. You just wrote a bunch of questions. Now all the answers was cats, and you said I'm gonna switch it up once. 'Cause you cats.
No, I promise. It gets better. It gets better. Stay with me. All right. All right. Next up, Bumble Arena.
You know what? Cats.
It's a cat.
Nice.
All right. All right. Next
There's only 40 more, Lamont. Don't worry.
Who thought up these names? Like, was it a think tank?
T.S.
Every
Eliot.
cat syllables in their name.
T.S. Eliot was in his bag in that moment. All right. Next one. Next one. Crab cake.
All right. That better be Cheesecake Factory.
It's Cheesecake Factory.
It is.
Finally.
All right. Rumple teaser.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Demon.
That is a cat from Cats.
Oh,
What are we doing?
All right. All right. All right. Next one. Next one. Sekhmet.
Demon.
That's a demon.
there you go.
All right. Next one. Factory nachos.
See, this is like a mind. This is like a mind game you're playing. It's like a mind teaser. You're doing one of those things where I read the word and it says it, even though it's never ever Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory. Yes. All right.
Right? Cheesecake Factory, no?
Cheesecake Factory.
It is.
All right. Second to last one. Abaddon.
Am I there? Can you guys hear me?
We
I
can hear you now.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Second to last one. Abaddon.
Okay. Say it again?
The second to last one is
it again?
Abaddon. Abaddon.
Demon.
That is a demon. Yes. All right. Last one. Ready?
Yep.
Old Deuteronomy.
Demon.
That is a cat from Cats.
I like to say fuck T.S. Eliot.
Our guest always says that. It's crazy.
Well, who's sitting around slibbity blabbity bleep? There's his name. He just took burp noises and made them names for cats. That sounds like a cat.
To be fair, I bet that's how a lot of demons were named.
Probably. They were burped out. I wonder how much seltzer that dude drank.
Oh, you probably had stock in La Croix.
Probably, definitely.
Next, okay, pick a next number. Pick a next number.
5.
All right. Should I do this one?
Yes.
All right, Lamont. This is just a general question. Kids in horror movies, still scary or overdone?
It depends on how they're used, right? Like for me, I've always said this. If I ever come across like a 5-year-old white girl in a scary situation, she gotta go. Like she gotta go. I mean, because they always come out of a brush, out of the brush, and they go, play with me. And then the stupid adults like, and then she runs off back into the brush. Where you going, little girl? Fuck that shit. Let her go. Let her go. All right? Which when she's running to is no place you want to be. Always wearing a fucking, like, they always dress like they get ready to go to bed. You know what I mean? Like the jump ropes in fog. Who jump ropes in the fog? Go to the house.
What Lamont's saying right now versus our discussion on Leprechaun in the Hood really should be taught in film school, if you ask me. I think this is valuable stuff.
I'm just saying, I never trust little white girls who come in or out of wells.
No, well, of course. Who's crawling out of a well like it's all good? Hey,
Who put you
gang.
in that well, little girl?
All right, next number.
3.
Number 3. Oh, this is a personal one. I'll take this one, David.
Okay.
Lamont, I am very picky about my candy. So you have to convince me of either one of these two things. You have to convince me that white chocolate is actually good, or that I, a lover of a disliker rather of caramel, should eat Twix. I think caramel is gross. Should I like Twix? So convince me of one or the other.
Okay, the first one I can't because white chocolate is a war crime.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, white chocolate is, we can't have shit. Like, we can't have chocolate? Like, what the fuck? Does it taste like chocolate? I don't think so. All right, can we have something? Like, I get it. You still pissed about Tiger Woods. Understood. But guess what? Life's a bitch. Give us chocolate is the one thing we got. Now it's for caramel. Caramel is delicious. Twix is delicious. The way the caramel and the cookie crunch blend in beautifully with that chocolate, that layer of chocolate with the waves on the top. You know what I'm saying? With the waves, you got it. It's the right combination. It's a beautiful combination of gooey and crunchy. It's like if you're eating, I don't know if either of you smoke, but I tend to blaze a bit. And if I'm really in the zone, there's nothing that beats the weed hungries, right? And I'm talking, I'll get me a bag of Lay's and some chocolate of some sort, right? A lot of times it'd be Hershey Nuggets with almonds inside. Hershey Nuggets with almonds change your life. That mix together,
Okay.
when I'm zooted, is gorgeous. And then you add caramel to that crunch and that chocolate. I don't even know how to tell. But listen, you can choose to be on the wrong side of history if you want to.
Okay.
I don't know where, and let me say, shout out to you for not being one of these people who says caramel.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, no. Ew.
Anybody that says caramel, I promise you I'm not responsible for punching you in the face. It's caramel.
Thank you.
All right? I will fight you in the street if I run across anybody going, man, you know, I like some caramel, baby. And I'm like, I can't not punch you. So, caramel, thank you for saying it that way. But I must tell you that Twix is like, it's like God was happy that day and decided that we needed something. I'm going to give everybody was good that day. And God was like, you know what? Twix.
All right.
But only caramel Twix, not that peanut butter shit.
Okay.
All right.
Noted.
Oh.
It should be required by law if you ever go to a store and you buy a peanut butter Twix that the clerk should have to ask you, you sure? Because you might have made a mistake. Like, I just checking because I needed to know.
Okay. Noted. Well, I think that, I might be convinced to go out and maybe get a Twix on Discount Candy Day, November 1st.
Yeah, I will be ordering. I will be ordering.
Can I ask a quick follow-up?
Yeah.
Could you possibly get high enough to like white chocolate?
No.
Not possible.
Terse. I love it.
I can get is bologna sandwich.
All right.
Respect.
That's the
Next-
only, like I get high. I go, oh, that bologna. Like that's when I know I'm missing. I go, oh, that bologna.
Well, damn.
I'm
All right,
gone.
next number. Pick a number.
2.
Square up. David, this is you.
All right. Square up. Lamont, we have 5 different pairs. I'm going to give you a pair, and you're going to have to tell us which one would win in a fight. Okay?
Oh, I love this. All right.
All right. Cousin It versus Edward Scissorhands.
I mean, this seems too obvious, right? Like, I feel like it's obviously Edward Scissorhands because he has the advantage. And, like, what's Cousin It going to do? Every time he gets close to try to throw a jab, he gets a little snip. So, I mean, but what determines who wins the fight? Is it, like, what does Edward Scissorhands have to do to Cousin It? Is it just simply cut his hair? Or does Cousin It have to knock out Edward Scissorhands? Like, what determines the winner here?
Well, because we never knew what's under the hair. That's the thing.
Oh, maybe that's the trick, though, right? Maybe Cousin It kind of lays down on purpose,
right?
And Edward Scissorhands thinks he's got it, but then underneath all of that is like the Incredible Hulk or some shit,
right?
And he's like
Cousin It might be like Piccolo with weighted armor, and he takes it off once he gets all the hair off. Then he is amazingly powerful.
But all the hair gets cut off, and then suddenly it's Leprechaun in the Hood, right? He's like, oh. Yep. And then you find out that Adam's family was playing the long game in these horror streets.
That is a great answer to. So, well, okay, next one. Morticia Adams
is the answer.
All right, good. Next one. Morticia Adams versus Elvira.
I feel like Morticia Adams is beating the brakes off Elvira. I feel like she trains with Lurch.
True, that's facts.
Yeah, I love Elvira. You know what I'm saying? But she's just chilling on the couch once a week, telling you what movies to watch. You know, Morticia's putting in work. She's in the gym. She's surrounded by monsters. Her game is tight.
She's got stamina too.
Yeah. Still, you know, what is it? What is it? Is it steel sharpens? What is it? Iron sharpens iron or whatever that is. That's her. Elvira's talking to us, regular folks, chilling. She's trying to distance herself from the monsters. She wants to be like, accepted as one of us. Not Morticia. Morticia's gonna whoop that ass.
That is fantastic logic, and I agree. Next one we have is Children of the Corn versus Rosemary's Baby.
I gotta go with Rosemary's Baby. I gotta go with the baby because Dad's the devil, right?
Yeah.
And now Children of the Corn, I forget what their origin is, but I always watch that movie and I look at all their faces and I go, I know. Not even as a demon, I know I can whoop everybody's ass in this town. I know I have that town in 3 days, easy. And I'm just a dude. I would be like, listen, I got this. And I would go right up to who's running shit? The goofy face kid.
Oh, the main one. Leader of
Morgan
Isaac Kroner.
Okay, there's Isaac. I would relish it. All you would see is like a Looney Tunes dust cloud, and you would see you see my fist come out the dust, and then occasionally you see Isaac's head like going, "I need help." And I pull him back in the dust cloud. I keep punching. It would be. He would see me every time he saw me. After that, he would be like Sylvester, the cat, seeing that kangaroo with the big mouth ears. Cause not again. That's how I would do Isaac. I whoop his ass. So if I could do that, I know Rosemary's Baby. We're talking 70s era supernatural horror baby.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, those kids don't want none of that.
All right, next one. This is a good one. Jason versus Michael Myers.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh, by the way, I want to say shout out to LL Oakley. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
Locally.
Good questions is what we do. Yeah, this is why you should tune into the Rehash. Is what we do here, baby.
Every week.
That is hard. You know, it's funny. I have no plug here, but I have my own thing, and I like to ask goofy questions too. And man, I'm jealous I didn't think of this one. You'd think Jason, right? Because he is this hillbilly who lives in the woods, and shout out to both of them, by the way, because they're always buttoned up, and their shoes are tied, which is kind of funny when you think about they're homicidal maniacs. But at the beginning of the day, yeah, they take time and tie their boots and like look presentable for the murder spree. But it is also the case of Michael Myers has been pretty consistently the same type of person throughout the run.
Right.
Jason's changed a lot. Jason's gotten bigger. He's gotten taller. I mean, if we're talking, okay, so we'll do it like this: Part 2, Jason. Part 2, Jason with the potato sack, right? It's a fair fight. I think Michael Myers might be a little too cunning because Michael Myers plotted these murders for 20 years before he escaped.
Right.
He's got a game plan. Jason in Part 2 is more reactive. He saw his mom get her head chopped off in Part 1, and he's just lashing out. Right. So I think I get the edge. And he almost got taken out by a couple of people just in a fair, square up fight. You know, so I might give the edge in the Part 2 Jason to Michael Myers. Part 3 Jason, still, I feel like that's a draw. You know, my Jason's getting a little bit stronger, but Friday the 13th, Part 2 through 4, all happened within the span of like 3 days. They're just like one after the other. And then they take a break with 5 when it's like Jason lives and it's the fake Jason, and then he comes back. So, but the Jasons are still, their continuity department is terrible. Because Part 2 Jason still got some hair. And then Part 3 Jason, which is the next day, fully bald, taller, a little bit more, you know, looks like he'd been in the gym. So you telling me he just said, fuck this? After that night disappointment, it was like, I got to take this off.
Right.
And then let me hit the weights. He got results in like 10 hours. All right. But I still say Michael Myers takes him to a draw. Part 4 Jason is where it starts getting tricky for Mike. Because he's even bigger still. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I take that back.
Oh.
I think Michael Myers takes him out too. Because I learned recently that Part 4's Jason was played by a man who was 60 years old at the time when he played Jason, right? Which I find hysterical. And funnier still that the man who was taking out these young, healthy college kids systematically was born in 1926.
Beautiful.
I know Michael Myers is whooping somebody's ass who was born in 1926 because I know I'm whooping somebody's ass who was born in 1926. And I'm going to post this out here right now for anybody watching and knows Dick Buckus. If anybody can get me Dick Buckus, I would love to fight Dick Buckus. All right? Just to say. Old Hollywood tough guys that I'd like to fight. Dick Buckus is on the top of the list.
All right. Well, Dick Buckus better square. I'm going to call his people. And
every time I see a commercial with Dick Buckus, it's still like, oh, I'm still scared of Dick Buckus. I'm still terrified of Dick Buckus. We're going to act like it's 1968. This is what we're doing? I whooped Dick Buckus' ass.
Damn it.
In front of his grandkids. All right. Part 5 Jason isn't Jason, so that doesn't count. Now, Part 6 Jason, beating the brakes off Michael Myers.
Oh.
That is the most badass Jason that wasn't supernatural. Or Well, he was supernatural, but he wasn't like Jason X Jason when he got like regenerated.
Right.
You know. So he's whooping his ass. Part 7, basically, part 6 through the rest of the Jasons is beating Michael Myers' ass because that Jason just got more and more supernatural and more powerful and bigger and stronger. And I don't think Michael Myers could hang with that. And Jason runs.
He does.
He does run. He's right.
Still runs.
Michael doesn't
All right. Do we have time for one more, Tookie, or you want to?
The one more, the last one. I think this is an important question.
Okay, your last one, Lamont here. Freddy Krueger versus Ambien.
Oh, Ambien, take us away. You know, I enjoyed Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and but I also think it's rather hilarious that around part 3, that's when we started rooting for Freddy. Like, oh, Freddy's coming. And then we always forget that the origin of this man was a child molester and a child murderer who families hunted down and murdered, and then he threatened, he said, I'll come back and I'll kill your kids in their dreams. And then somehow, through marketing, share marketing, he became a fucking hero. So maybe I'm more hoping that Ambien can take it out, right?
Somebody has to.
Someone has to.
Because Freddy can't do shit unless his powers are your fear. Ambien is like a sedative, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of calm and you're chilling. Like, I feel like even if you see Freddy on Ambien, you're like, oh, what's up, man? Oh, he's like, come on. You know, he says one of his stupid fucking lines. Oh, fucking, let's eat toast, bitch. Some bullshit Freddy thing. And then you just like, I would love some toast right now, man. What you got? And he's like, you're supposed to be scared. And then after about 10 minutes of that, he's gone. So I take Ambien in that beef. Ambien wins.
Ambien wins.
All right. Last one. This is rapid fire. So we're going to go through these real quick. Lamont, I've got 10 in a row. One got to go between the two I list. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
One got to go. Skittles or M&M's?
Skittles.
All right. One got to go. Reese's, Butterfinger. Reese's Cups or
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger.
So,
you look like you just smelled shit when I said Butterfinger.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Sour Patch Kids versus Swedish Fish.
Swedish Fish. And that's a tough one.
All right.
I like Swedish Fish, but Sour Patch Kids.
Okay. Jolly Rancher versus Tootsie Pop.
Ooh.
One gotta go.
Okay. And the only reason I'm going with Tootsie Pop is because of an owl.
All right.
Complete nostalgia choice there.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Milky Way versus Snickers.
Milky Way. Fuck out of here, Milky Way, but nuts. Just
all
fucking the arrogance of nougat.
Oof. Kit Kat versus Twix.
This is the toughest call yet. I have to, unfortunately, go with Kit Kat. I love them both, but Twix to me, and you heard me, my ode to Twix.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go against it now.
All right, Kit Kat gotta go. Bonus question: Airheads versus Laffy Taffy.
You know, I had my first Airhead ever last summer.
Yes.
Real talk. I don't know why I ever missed it. It just kind of way it worked out. And I did like it, but it's got to go. Laffy Taffy gave you a joke. At least Laffy Taffy gave you delicious flavor and a joke to tell your friends.
This is true.
I think every comedian would appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's facts. And a hit song by them Franchise Boys where we don't know where they went, but good for them. Was it? Oh no, it's D4L. My bad.
Laffy Taffy.
D4L.
I remember that.
D4L made Laffy Taffy. Them franchise boys made In My White Tee. Oop.
Yeah.
Gotta remember that. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Next one. One gotta go. Nestle Crunch versus a Baby Ruth.
Ooh.
Nestle Crunch.
All right. Junior Mint or Peppermint Patty?
Peppermint Patty.
Okay.
Peppermint Patty is mostly toothpaste.
Oh. Okay, but Peppermint Patty versus a Klondike bar.
Peppermint Patty.
And
I'm not going to defend the Klondike bar, but we're talking about ice cream here.
Fair.
Yeah.
You know, even though Klondike bar is a kind of a lie.
Kind of.
It's kind of, what would you do for a Klondike bar? $2, baby.
All right. Almond Joy or Mounds?
They can both go to hell as far as I'm concerned, but I don't like coconut, so both of them. But if I have to choose in this instance, I'll just say that Mounds got to go because almonds, at least there's almonds and almond milk.
This is true. Okay, yeah, I respect that choice. All right, and the last one. I know this is gonna be. This might be a hard one for you. Three Musketeers versus Charleston Chew.
This is fucking awful.
One gotta go.
Another duo that I would drop kick into a volcano if I had the chance. This is the epitome of the audacity of nougat. Nougat just thinks you can show up with no help and be like, "Oh, a thin layer of chocolate will do." Now, if I have to choose between these two, okay, it's gonna be Charleston Chew because I think Charleston Chew is just awful. It is like, who the fuck? I mean, it's clearly from the 20s. Yeah, I mean, like they was you see some of the shit they was eating back then. You know what I mean? Like this is clearly a Great Depression era food. People were happy to get their hands on anything, and so they were like, "Oh my god, there's chocolate!" Just nougat, just chilling and then going, "No, give me the thinnest layer of chocolate you can find. I need that much help. You need some help, nougat." All right, so at least Three Musketeers.
Okay.
You know, we'll give you enough chocolate to make you forget that nougat's the only thing under that chocolate.
Well, one more bonus question before we wrap up. I want to know, in a moment of desperation, you have run out of candy and you can't get any more for a year, but all you have left is these two kinds. Which are you going to eat? Candy corn or those circus peanuts?
It's candy corn because at least I hate this. Another volcano victim. Both these. This is just these questions. You need to be on CNN or something, asking the tough questions.
What I do?
It's candy corn because at least you feel like you're eating candy. Circus peanuts. If you give me, when I was a kid, if you gave me circus peanuts, right? I'm turning your house into a Western omelet. You hear me? Like, I'm going in. I'm looking at my pillowcase, right? And I just go, and I bar my way in the house, and I just start fighting everybody in that fucking house individually. Just give me nothing. I'd rather you gave me nothing.
All right.
Circus, you spent your money on circus peanuts. I'm insulted.
You'd rather starve. I feel you. My friend Greg is in the chat judging me. Love you, Greg. I get it. I get that you'd rather starve, and I respect it.
That's dying on a moral stance, and I can really appreciate that.
Like, it's just circus peanuts on purpose. I like to know the origin, and tonight I might Google this. I might go down around and just find out who was like, what we need to do. They don't taste like anything.
They don't taste like anything.
You know what I mean? At least in some way, you could say that candy corn tastes like delicious wax. Like delicious wax droplets from a candle. Oh, like the commercial would be a cartoon, and then the waxiness comes off of the candle, and then falls in sugar and wraps it up. I know I'm doing the everything I think I see, the Tootsie Roll song, but become some candy corn in me. At least you got that with candy corn, right? But circus peanuts, I'd rather you punch me in the face when I show up to your house on Halloween. I'd much rather that.
Damn. Oh my gosh, the trauma of it. I wouldn't punch you in the face.
What was the candy at the top that I said was a war crime? I forget.
White chocolate.
You said white chocolate. Yeah.
I would eat. Do you remember you asked me, Dave? You said, what would make you eat white chocolate? Well, if I'm presented with circus peanuts, okay, circus peanuts taste like origami paper. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing tasty. If you like circus peanuts, please tell me so on my Twitter at LPizzle, LPIZZLE. Please tell me so that I can embarrass you first, and then mute you for a little while you wonder why you've not been. Oh, why is this guy making fun of me? And then blocking you at your worst moment.
You heard the man. Guys, I think we pissed off them.
Yep.
Circus peanuts. Like, people buy those with money that they made working hard.
People pay tax on them. It's crazy.
That should go on your permanent record. If you buy circus peanuts and then the next time you try to buy some, the store should be required to be like, I can't sell you anything because it says, hey, you use your money fraudulently. I can't sell you anything from my store. Your money is no good at.
Lord. Well, Lamont, thank you for playing What's Your Deal? You win the adoration.
That's what I would ask anybody who put circus peanuts in my trick-or-treat pillowcase. I'd be like, what's your deal?
Yes.
Like, I'd have a sit down and be like, well, let's just hash this out. Like, what did I do to you?
Right.
For you to treat the whole neighborhood like this?
Because it's not just you.
Did I do something? Who do we need to find? Who needs to apologize to you?
Right.
You hand us the right hand. Circus peanuts, you know how much malice you have to have toward the kids in your neighborhood to give them circus peanuts?
Circus peanuts is spite candy. That's spite candy, man.
I'll kidnap your cat and hide him somewhere.
Oh, my goodness. I think
kidnap your cat Beelzebub or whatever one of those fucking.
You mean Griddlebone?
Griddlebone, yeah. Where's Griddlebone? I haven't seen him, Miss Johnson.
Him and Asparagus took all the circus peanuts.
Asparagus took all, yeah. Last time I saw him, they was eating circus peanuts.
I think we broke Lamont.
Thanks for being here, Lamont.
I'm eating better than that. I'm sorry, I'm running the light. Apologize.
No, you're good. You are good. Tell the people what's going on with you. Plug your stuff. Let them know where they can find you.
Well, like I said a second ago, I am on Twitter. Find me there at LPizzle, LPIZZLE. You can also find me on Instagram at LPizzle12, which is LPIZZLE12. I wanted LPizzle for Instagram, but it was taken. And so LPizzle12 was one of those, would you rather this? And I was too lazy to think of something else. So I said, all right, bet, I'll go with LPizzle12. So find me on there. And if you'd like to throw me some dough, because I can buy Halloween candy with that isn't circus peanuts, you can see my Venmo right there at Lamont-Price-2. But I'm all over these internet streets. You can find me in those places mostly. And thank you guys for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. This was a ball. I mean, despite your anger about circus peanuts, I hope you had a good time, and I hope you learned a little bit about some cats that are not items on the Cheesecake Factory menu.
It's very interesting to know all these cats, and I also like to picture you writing this stuff down. Like, I see you at a desk and just laughing to yourself with all these. Oh, there's gonna be so many cats names. Like, I'm gonna piss so many people off by every fifth answer will be something else. but the rest of these motherfuckers is gonna be cat.
Yep.
That's exactly my writing process.
Who can I piss off?
This is probably the first time knowing you, Suki, that I actually find you problematic.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what I aspire to.
This shows every week.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Lamont, thank you so much again. Make sure to follow Lamont everywhere. Drop him some cash. He's everywhere. He's great. He's obviously, for good reason, one of our faves here.
Thank you, Lamont.
All right. Thank you all for sticking it out with us, hanging out on the Halloween Eve with the Rehash.
What a spooky show.
So spooky. Some creepy things happened this week. I don't know if we can cue up the house band again. Do the people want to hear it? It's up to the people.
If the people in the chat want to hear that house band, I think we can perhaps coax the house band back out. I don't know if you managed to. You may have been texting a little bit, perhaps trying to smooth things over, but let's see.
Oh gosh. Well, she a dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I mean, it again. Well, she had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? All night long. Let me see that thong. I love it when the beat go. Dunna. Baby, make the beat go. I love it when your booty go. That thong. But she had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. Thong. Dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? That thong. Lovers Lounge, everybody. The house band. Give it up for them one more time.
Thank God they came back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely going to hear from their manager.
Probably.
Yeah. But you know what? It's worth it. Like, they are a huge deal. Mm-hmm. They, obviously had to cancel their 52 country world tour because of Rona. So it is a blessing that they are here and agreed to be on this show. Special shout out to Kendra in the chat, and Shion in the chat, and Rachel in the chat, and Greg and Adi and everybody who chatted tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you to first time viewer and new fan, LL Oakley. Am I saying that right? Glad you're here.
Yeah, locally.
Locally, yes. Thank you. And also, tune in next week when we review that week's B Fought W, Bad Film of the Week, Bebe's Kids.
Are we really about to watch that trailer?
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy.
You love
it. And locally is Lisa, or locally, yeah.
I see you got a weight problem. Can't wait to eat.
It started in the mind of an offbeat comedian.
We baby kids. We don't die, we.
It grew into the animated world of Bebe's Kids.
I knew she was trouble. I should have known it when I met her. It was at a funeral. Who's that girl in that black dress? She's so fine, make me want to get a job. She told me, she said, if you want to get acquainted with me and my son,
you should take us somewhere like Fun World.
Fun World. So I goes to pick her up the next day. She got 3 more kids with her.
Paramount Pictures presents Bebe's Kids.
Those are double net pants, aren't they? Try to bring it back, huh?
Please familiarize and observe the rules while in Fun World. No running. No jumping. No yelling. That means you enjoy your stick.
Bebe's Kids.
We don't die, we multiply.
They're all energy. They're all attitude.
It ain't time to go. You trying to leave us?
And for the next 12 hours, they're all Robins.
I thought the devil was cool when they made Rosemary Baby. But, oh no. Now we got Baby Kid.
It's animation
Tune in next week when I force David to watch this and we talk about it. It'll be a great time. Love you, David.
Bebe's Kids.
Thank you all so much. Yes. R.I.P. Robin Harris. Honestly, underrated. Wonderful comedian. Yes. Tune in, Kit. I am looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be a time. Bebe's Kids is available to watch on Netflix. So definitely check that out. And yeah, please help David. He's getting grayer with each show when I make him watch these movies. So send him some love, send him some positive vibes as he sits through these films. It's a learning experience for all of us.
Fuck.
You gonna be all right? You gonna be all right?
I'm gonna be good. It's Halloween. It's Hallows Eve.
I mean, I gotta log off soon because these white people next door are throwing a party. But we are here. We thank you again for tuning in. Tune in next week. We're gonna watch Bebe's Kids. We'll be here. We love you. David's having a breakdown.
This is my life now.
This is the Rehash. Good night.